before we get to his fourth video, we like to say something. He claims that this is talking about his dead God. So let's see. First, if you read the beginning of the chapter, Daniel prays why the temple isn't rebuilt, and it's 70 years already, which was prophesied by Jeremiah. So they answer him, yes, it's going to be rebuilt, and then they tell him what's going to be with the next temple that's going to be rebuilt. They tell him 70 weeks are decreed upon thy people, upon thy holy city, to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sin, and to forgive iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal vision and prophet, and to anoint the most holy place. Was a holy place anointed by the dead God? Now they can claim that dead God was the holy place, but Daniel's talking to the Jews over here. They don't know anything about a dead God. Okay, and then we'll go over here. And after 62 weeks shall anointed one be cut off. This they claim is their dead God. Okay, first they say, their books it say, shall the anointed one be cut off. Hey naki boy, why do you lying Christians lie, huh? That you don't say. You don't want to tell us why you lie. Oh, and the reason why he said he won't get into the dates, because the dates don't match his dead God. So he said rather skip it. Okay? But you notice over here it says to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sin, and to forgive iniquity. Then the Messiah will come in, not the Messiah will die. And it says that God didn't make an end of sin. He gave iniquity, but he didn't bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal vision and prophet, and to anoint the most holy place. And also it says there won't be any more prophets, because all the Jews will know everything. Okay, now if you want to go look on the New Testament prophets, they have about 10-15 prophets. Everyone was a prophet then. All the disciples, everyone was a prophet. So they didn't finish the prophecy. And they didn't seal vision. These morons always claim that they have vision. Paul had a vision. The gangster Paul. Okay, so it didn't seal up vision or anything. So it has nothing to do with that dead God. When then he claims to the rabbi, oh, here's the rabbis, it points to his dead God, it points to his dead God. And another thing is, if it pointed to the dead God when it's come, you notice Daniel is given when the Messiah will come, but his dead God wasn't. He said no one knows when he's coming back except the Father. He doesn't know, but Daniel knows. Okay. And I will watch the video.
If we take the New Testament documents purely as historical documents, the following accounts are regarded as historically reliable. Number 1, Yeshua's death by crucifixion. Number 2, his burial. Number 3, his empty tomb. Number 4, his post-mortem appearances. Number 5, the origin of the beliefs of the apostles.
Okay, first of all, he says if we take his Satan books as historical documents, okay? No one in their right mind takes these retarded books as historical documents, okay? They were written by his gangsters. They weren't interested in his story. They were interested to make everyone worship his dead God. They weren't interested in the truth. Okay, well, let's go.
And Jesus scholars such as N.T. Wright and Gary Habermas have written excellent material on this subject, and there are also excellent debates of, for example, Dr. William Lane Craig and Mike Licona about the resurrection. You can find them on YouTube, by the way. They're all over the internet, pointing out that by far the best explanation of these accounts is the resurrection.
Okay, so we're going to look at his account. Mike Licona, William Lane Craig. Here's a very good website to go to, Debunking Christianity by John Loftus. Okay, he's an ex-Christian. Okay, and you're supposed to believe in them. Remember, they say there were 12 moron Jews that claimed that he was the Messiah, so we have to believe in them. Even though millions of Jews said he was not the Messiah, but we have to believe in the 12 drunks. We're going to soon show you what is drunks. We have to believe the 12 drunks and not the millions of Jews. Okay? So you have to believe the minority, not the majority, in this satanic cult. Okay, here he writes, 1/3 of the Anglican clergy, he's refuting this right guy, is an Anglican bishop, do not believe in the resurrection. 1/3 of the Church of England clergy doubt or disbelieve in the physical resurrection and are therefore convinced of the truth of the virgin birth, according to a new survey. Yes, it's so sure that a lot of Christians don't believe in this satanic cult. That's how sure they are about it. Okay? That's how sure. He says, you got to be positive. Okay? Also, they claim that the disciples will never die for a lie. If they didn't believe in the resurrection, they would have never died for it. You can go watch these set of videos by Prof. Mitch. I'm going to write the URL at the end of the video over here in this section. Over here, I'll put it in for you. And watch the whole set of videos. This proves the whole die for a lie. Okay? It's a die for a lie, like the whole Satan cult. Now, I said that the disciples were drunks. Let's go. Here we have in the Satan books, your Bible Gateway, that's a Satan. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, here is a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom is proved right by her deeds. Yes, he was smarter. But then he returned to the disciples and said to them, are you still sleeping and resting? Look, the hour is come, and the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of sinners. His followers were sinners. Yeah. While Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. Okay? Would sinners go to rabbis' houses to go eat with them? They hang around with fellow sinners. They know him and his followers were sinners. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciple, why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners? Go and learn this means, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners. Okay, and then we saw you there. And then here's another book, says the same thing. Went outside beside a large crowd, came to him and began to teach them. He is called Levi and eats with sinners. Okay. While he was having dinner at Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners. This is a different book. They just copy one from the other, and they call it inspired books. Okay. Now, the main part of the story is he's eating with sinners.